guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my May favorites and fails. I know we're all thinking, how was it mid-2021? I don't know either, but I do know I have a lot of favorites here that I want to share with you. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. Alright, so we're going to start off with some skincare. All of these are from Perudo. I recently made an order on yesstyle and I actually got this little guy here. It's their bamboo charcoal cognac sponge. I think it's pronounced cognac, not konjac. I've been using this to cleanse my face. Usually I would use like a electronic device, but I feel like using that every day can be, I don't know, a bit harsh on my skin. Like maybe my skin's a little bit sensitive. I had a little breakout texture phase in April, and after that I just kind of want to cut back on my skincare products and just take it very simple. I feel like I kind of got into that skincare craze where I had to use all of these products, and I think at the end my skin just couldn't handle it and I did get a little texture breakout. That was due to my dry shampoo as well, me having an allergic reaction to that, but my skin just wasn't doing so well in April and I feel like my skin has really recovered. So I've been using this to cleanse my face. I don't use it every day, but I use it like every other day at night when I double cleanse, and it's just so gentle on the skin and I just feel like my skin feels very clean afterwards, but it doesn't feel dried out. This was actually a free gift when I made my order on yesstyle, which was really nice, and I've been using it. It's like puffed up because I just used it this morning. I've seen these at Daiso, so you can get them for really cheap as well. Also from Perudo, I picked up their Scintilla Green Level Calming Toner and their unscented serum. So I've actually mentioned these before, I would say maybe 2 years ago, and I remember just using these products and I just saw such a difference in my skin. I think my skin really loves the ingredient Scintilla, and I just remembered these products so clearly in my mind, and I was like, I'm gonna repurchase these one day. But I just had a lot of skincare in my collection that I just wanted to get through. There was other skincare products that I wanted to try, but like I said, after my little texture breakout in April, I just wanted to take it back to the basics and I reordered these, and I just feel like my skin overall looks a little bit brighter and smoother. The texture has really calmed down a lot. I'm not saying my skin is perfectly smooth. I still have texture, especially in my cheek area, but I feel like just the overall appearance of my skin is looking a lot better, and I would really have to thank these two products. I kind of just want to switch over to their whole Scintilla line in general after I finish up a couple of other things, but also the packaging is really cute. Like it's green, it kind of matches my decor because green is like my pop of color in my room. So I've really been enjoying these, and after all these years I still love it. So yeah, I would highly recommend the Scintilla line from Perudo. I know Perudo had that scandal about their sunscreen. I mean, it's not really a scandal, and it wasn't just Perudo's sunscreen, it was a lot of Korean sunscreen, but I feel like they are handling it well, and I think it's solved now, or almost solved. I'm not too sure, I didn't really keep up with it, but I just feel like Perudo to me is like such a great skincare brand. I love how they're sustainable, I love how they're cruelty free, I love how they're affordable, and most importantly their products are really effective. So I really enjoy these two products and I would highly recommend, and I've mentioned them before in the past, but it's a repurchase and I really do love them. Moving into makeup, my first favorite is the Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer. I have mine in the shade 3.20, and this is a concealer that I've been wanting to try for the longest time. I've heard so many great things about it, and I've been testing this out for maybe not just the past month, maybe a little bit of April as well. And you guys know my holy grail favorite is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and that one is still my favorite. I was getting this one expecting this to beat my Too Faced one, but my Too Faced one is still my favorite, but this one definitely would have to be in my top 5. Like the name suggests, it is a creamy concealer, so it is very hydrating. It has a medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's such a full coverage like the Too Faced one, but I really like how this sits on my skin. I think it looks quite like natural in a sense that it really just blends really well into the skin. It doesn't look so heavy or cakey, but I do feel like the Too Faced one has more coverage, which I do like for my under eyes, and I feel like the Too Faced one sits underneath my eyes a little bit better than this one. But I think on my more natural no makeup days, I really do prefer this one. It just gives me the right amount of coverage and it just looks so skin-like, if concealer can look skin-like. So I wouldn't say it's like my absolute favorite concealer ever. That's how I was going into it, but it's definitely one of my favorites that I have tried so far, and it's something that I definitely could recommend. I think I could have went maybe for a different shade though, so definitely go in person and maybe swatch it out, but I've been loving this one. I'm wearing it today underneath my eyes. And the next favorite comes from ColourPop, and this one was a little surprising because when I first got it, I didn't really think I would love it as much as I do, and it's their little eyeshadow quads. I have it in the shade Cream Soda. I have an entire review on it if you guys would like to see it. I'll leave it in the cards up here. The Cream Soda palette, like when I saw this, I didn't really think it was for me just because the shades are very light, but I've actually been keeping this in my top drawer and I've been using it a lot. I've been really loving the mattes. You can see there's like a little dent in there. For me, only having this for like about a month, that's a lot of usage, I feel. And the metallic shadows are really nice as well. They're quite crumbly, but they are super, super pretty. I'm wearing the darker metallic in my inner third. I'm wearing the mattes as my transitions today. And I just really like the tone of this. I like how it's like a very everyday natural palette. You can't get too carried away with it. There's only 4 shades in here, and that's what I really like about it. So the transition shadows have been my favorite, and I really like it. Has it been a while since I've mentioned a ColourPop favorite? I feel like it has been, but I've been really enjoying this, and it's been sitting in my top drawer. And my last makeup favorite comes from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's their Putty primer. I have mine in the shade Barley, and about I think 2 months ago I did a video sharing the best and worst e.l.f. products, and in that video I did mention the Putty primer, how I wasn't too sure on it, but now I'm sure. So in the beginning I just found it very difficult to make this work. I found it to be very, very patchy, but once you find the right technique for your skin, it looks so good. I'm wearing it today for my blush. I've been wearing it so much this past month. I wore it to my friend's wedding. I really, really love this tone. Don't get intimidated of how dark it is in the pan because it really does sheer out. So the way I like to apply this, I will actually scrape some out, put it on the back of my hand, and then I will blend it into my hand first, and then I'll take my sponge, dab it into the product, and then I'll apply it to my face. With this, I feel like you get such a seamless, soft, blended blush look. I have tried using this with a brush. It looks so patchy. I've tried using my sponge directly into the pot. That looks patchy as well. This is the only way I can make this blush work, is by scraping it out, putting it on the back of my hand, and then going in with my sponge like that. And I love how it looks. It's just so subtle, and it just looks like you're blushing from within. This shade is so pretty as well. I definitely want to pick out more, and I feel like this is a product that I can actually see myself emptying. I can see myself finishing it. After doing Project Pan, I'm just more conscious of what I'm buying, and I feel like this is a blush that it's very, very possible to finish up because I'm actually scraping the product out. So I've been really, really loving this. I think it just took me a while to figure out how to make it look good, but once you get there, it looks so good and it's so affordable. So I really, really been enjoying this. It's my go-to blush. Whenever I wear this kind of eye look, like a more warm toned eye look, I'm gonna be wearing this blush. It is just too good. I know last month I mentioned the Too Faced blush to you guys, and I love that as well. I'm just on a blush kick. So my next favorites are these little hair clips from XO Beauty, which is Shan XO's beauty brand. And I haven't watched her videos in a while, if I'm being honest, but I clicked on one of her videos. She was releasing a new collection, and the collection is really beautiful. I didn't pick up anything from the collection. It's just a little bit pricey for me, but I saw that she was wearing these clips, and it's from her own brand. I just thought they were so pretty. They are the clips that don't add any creases to your hair, so you wear them when you do your makeup or whatever. If you're doing pin curls, they just don't create creases, and it just gets your hair out of your way. And I do have some black ones that I got from AliExpress. It's smaller, and I just found that the metals just kind of lost its firmness and its grip. These ones are going to be a little bit more expensive. I think it was about 13 New Zealand dollars for a pack of 4, but these guys are much bigger than the ones I've had. The pattern on them is really pretty, and these really do stay in place. The colors that she has is so pretty, so I got the white one that has that opalescent effect. And then today you probably saw in the cutaways already that I was wearing the like tortoise shell ones because I feel like that just matches my aesthetic, my brown aesthetic today. But they're super pretty, and I feel like the quality of them is really high, so they are definitely worth it. But definitely the pearl ones, these are just so pretty. Like I really did get these because I'm like, you know, I always wear them in my videos, and when I'm doing my makeup looks, it will look cute for you guys. Okay, so now onto the lifestyle section, possibly my favorite section of my favorite videos. I just love talking about like random lifestyle things. So the first one is this sunset lamp that I got from AliExpress. If you guys are on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. You can get it in different modes, but I got mine in like the golden shade. I think it just gives a very aesthetic mood, like it really sets the mood. I actually use this as my night lamp now because I feel like the light, it's like a sunset, it's not too harsh and I can sleep with it on, but usually with my other lamps they're just too bright and they don't have that really warm fuse to it. So I would say it's definitely worth the hype, and you can take some really cute photos with it as well. And next up I have a fashion favorite, which I feel like I don't usually share a lot of fashion in my monthly favorites, but I just had to share this one because I got so many questions asking where I got this from when I posted it on my Instagram. So it is this puffer jacket that I got from Cotton On. It's sort of the same color as my cardigan that I'm wearing. First, it's very warm. Second, they got really pretty colorways. Third, it is very affordable compared to other puffer jackets. I think this was 70 New Zealand dollars, so quite affordable for puffer jackets. I feel like puffer jackets usually go in the like 100, 200 range. And what's nice about this is that I believe it says inside here. Okay, it says this puffer is made from recycled fibers inside and out. Big on warmth, 100% feel good. I believe other puffer jackets, I didn't know this honestly, but I think other puffer jackets are made from animal feathers or something like that. I had one from MacPack and then suddenly feathers started coming out of my puffer jacket and I just thought that was really odd. And this one just, you know, it just feels a little bit better knowing that there's not like animal feathers in my jacket. And the funny thing is that Harry loves this jacket. He has been wearing it a lot, and Harry, for some reason, any other puffer jacket does not suit him. It makes him look so... like, he agrees as well. I'm not like roasting him or anything. Like, he said it himself, but it just makes him look so wide and it just doesn't look good. But this puffer jacket on him looks really nice. And this is a women's jacket, so I have mine in a medium, but it's definitely unisex for sure. And I'm thinking of getting Harry his own one because this is my jacket. And now we're on to my journal update. So I only did 2 spreads this month. I know I say this every month, but May was really busy for me, so I don't really have that much time to do anything. I feel like every time I do my journal spreads is like after I finish filming my monthly favorites, because I see my journal again, I'm like, oh, I want to do something, and then I do it, and then the month gets really busy. Anyway, the first spread I have is of Rocky. Did a green earthy tone spread for her. I have 2 Polaroid pictures of her, and just similar to how I did Cookie and Tubby's spread, my other 2 cats, I just wrote a letter to her and then I just wrote words that described her. And then the next spread is more of a blue theme. I had this Polaroid picture of me and Denise, so the picture came out very blue based, so I did a spread for her. I saw her back in February and this is where the photo was taken, so I just talked about our trip there. And then on the other side I just did like some random blue monochromatic scrapbooking. This BTE21 sticker is actually from a subscriber. She sent that to my PO box, and again, thank you to anyone that sends anything to my PO box. You guys don't have to get me anything, a letter is good. One of you guys actually sent me like a little microphone, so I haven't used it yet, but I will soon. But thank you guys so much for sending me anything. Like, it really means a lot and I look forward to it so much anytime I open my PO box. But yeah, I'll leave her shop down below if you're curious about this BT21 sticker. But that is the only 2 spreads I got to do this month. Alright, so now on to the fails. I just have 2 products for my fails this month. So the first one is these lash serums that I've been testing out. So the first one is from Lash Fridays. I believe this is a New Zealand brand, and they actually reached out to me before they launched for me to test this out and potentially do a sponsored post for them on Instagram. So I was testing this out, and like for real guys, like I'm not sponsored, like I declined the sponsorship obviously since this product is in my fails, but I really do feel like it worked. Like I saw my lashes grow a little bit, but the thing with this, it darkened up my lash line a lot. Like every time I would use this the next day, like my eyes would be so much darker, and I'm like, you know what, it's not worth for my lashes to grow a little bit but my eyes to get a lot darker, you know? Like I'm already struggling to cover up my dark circles. I don't need like a darker lash line, and sometimes I feel like it would be a little bit irritating to my lash line, so I did end up declining the sponsorship. But it does work, but there are like side effects to it, so I don't even know how much this is honestly, since I did get it before they launched. So yeah, this one was a fail. I'm not sure how many of you guys will really know this brand because I think it's a New Zealand brand, but I wanted to mention it because I also got the e.l.f. Enhancing Lash Brow Serum similar to this. This also made my lash line a lot darker. I've only used this one probably twice because as soon as I saw my lash line get darker, I'm like, it ain't worth it. So what I'm doing now, I'm not gonna waste these products. I'm just using it on my brows because I don't mind if this makes my brow area darker, because that would be actually quite lovely if it did. So I'm just using it on my brows, make my brow hairs grow a little bit. And the ultimate fail of the month is the ColourPop High Society 5-pan palette. So the colors are really pretty and everything. I have a full review. I'll leave it in the cards up here. But the look that I did with this, it came out so patchy. These shadows are so incredibly patchy. One shadow in here, this lime green one, so much fallout, like so much fallout. I feel like you could use this shadow maybe 10 times and you would hit pan on it. That's just how much fallout it has. Very subculture vibes. Not that fallout to me was ever an issue, but this palette really just did not perform well. Although the overall look at the end was super cute, I really liked it, but there was just a lot of patchiness and it was really hard to work with, so I would not recommend this palette from ColourPop. Their other green palettes like Meant to Be, Just My Luck, even Aura and Out are so much better than this one. This one I really just did not like. Okay, so the sun suddenly decided to come out of the clouds and now it is super bright. I can barely look into the camera, so I'll quickly wrap up things here. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. If you guys did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it so much. Also, I would love to know some of your favorites and fails down below in the comments as well. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!